Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and... Running on EA Sports. Keelan Cole now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out come the Jaguars, and it's Gardner Minshew, their second-year quarterback, leading the way.
I know that people like him, and he's kind of a phenomenon in the league as Gardner Minshew, but I'm not sure he gets enough credit for how well he plays the game of football at the quarterback spot. Remember, he was a sixth-round pick, and a surprise sixth-round pick at that. More than held his own as a rookie after Nick Foles' broken clavicle forced him onto the field in the second quarter of week 1. The Jaguars went 6-6 with him as a starter in 12 opportunities. Now they've got a chance to continue to progress and move forward with Gardner Minshew leading their team.
All right, guys, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's got it complete to Thompson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play.
Let's see here. I want to change a few options here. Change a few players. Gotta put in Robinson, man. Robinson's our juice, man. Wide receivers, let's see. Let's go Chenault. Colin Johnson. Let's go Chenault, Colin Johnson. Maybe Conley here. Westbrook could just wing it. I'm going Eifert. Well. No. My boy. Large. Josh Morrow. Boy, Smoot, boy. Ooh. Boys right there, man. Them boys are some dogs right there. For real. They're some dogs. Quincy Williams. Quarterman, boy. That Schobert. Barco. Clay Brooks. Alright. Wilson. We'll go Wingard. Yeah, boy. Jones. Kick return. Let's see here. Man. Kick return. Let's see. Need somebody that's pretty swift. Let's put Robinson back there. Kick return and punt return. There we go. Alrighty.
With missed tackles or he runs through people.
All right,
but they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Look at him.
Good work by Minshew there to pick up the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. A first carry now for Thompson. And he's got
There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There he goes, right side.
Yes, sir.
Touchdown,
That's my
Jaguars.
running back.
Chris Thompson, 56
Very humble, very
yards.
quiet.
And the Jags have
Undrafted.
taken the early lead.
Was unsigned.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the
Jacksonville Jaguars
explosiveness
got
that they
a very
talked about
talented
trying to
mystery
contain.
person.
They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Tennessee offense set to go to work for the first time. And at QB, the man signed to a big 4-year deal back in March. That's Ryan Tannehill.
Not only did Ryan Tannehill resurrect his career in 2019, he made that
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Ryan Tannehill sacked.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Number 22, Derek.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitz are a little bit high. They don't have great leverage. coverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Taken in at the 11. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
He's gonna make
and
everything
off
happen.
to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 38 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
25 yards.
Well, the Titans offense going back to work, and Charles, as mentioned, this team got hot late in the year last season, made it all the way to the AFC Championship game. Is that something that you could see them maybe doing again?
Well, any team with Derrick Henry has a chance to do it again. You talk about a running back or on the defensive side of the ball, you don't want to deal with him over the course of 4 quarters because of his speed and, of course, his power. And don't forget, they lost Jack Conklin at right tackle. He signed with Cleveland. So what did they do? They drafted Isaiah Wilson out of Georgia to play right tackle and continue to run the football with force. I also think A.J. Brown had a terrific year as a rookie receiver. He'll keep helping them develop out on the perimeter for quarterback Ryan Tannehill. But the defense partner, that's where we got to have the conversation, right? 21st best in the NFL. Didn't do a lot in the draft with it, but I do think Rashaan Evans and Jaylen Brown are terrific linebackers. Kevin Byard, one of the better safeties in the league. They'll keep expecting these guys to get better and play well.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
1-yard line.
Now it's Tannehill, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Jags grab it. 30, 20, 10.
Keep going, keep running, man.
And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the penalty, it's Henry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Henry, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 15 now, Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff to Henry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Here again comes Gardner Minshew.
A big reason why they've been so successful. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
it's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Armstead. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, Robinson. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 30. A big play there on the option. 51 yards on the ground.
51-yard gain.
The option can be so difficult to defend, and that is illustration number 1 right there.
Are you taking a shot at me as a defensive guy?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're doing?
Absolutely. I saw your tape. I wasn't alive, but I've seen the tape.
Well, you're exactly right. That assignment football is a killer for a defense. Very difficult to defend, and you sure hate to see that guy break into the open field when you took the wrong guy.
You're not that old. So
I
apologize.
am. Yeah, I am.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On the handoff, Armstead. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards. Now a first down throw, Tannehill.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Tannehill throwing again. Escaping the pressure, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Jags grab it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40, past the 20, 10, and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
For A.J. Brown.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
25-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tannehill looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. So we've reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Titans, nothing. Josh Lambeau to kick off.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. He's got Smith here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And a throw complete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Fielded just inside the 20. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Jaguars. Colin Johnson, 72 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
25-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
This is taken at about the 14. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 44-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Number 12.
D.D. Westbrook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And this offense is running away with this one.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
25-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Jaguars 56. Titans.
Tannehill on first down. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20.
You'll get nothing.
And
I
a
like it.
Score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Jacksonville.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out. Athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as
Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their
25-yard line. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
K'Lavon Chaisson.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down, went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
James Robinson.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Colin Johnson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And this is incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete is